Good morning, lady. My name is Nina, and I'm a classical Pilates instructor and also an oncology nurse. We're going to get started this morning with a Pilates fusion class that will be a little bit of balance work, some gentle yoga, and we will be ending with meditation. We're going to start this morning with a relaxation pose. So if anything makes your body angry or isn't for you, you can go onto this pose. So this is called baby back roll. We're going to come all the way down to our back and bring our knees to our chest and just give ourselves a nice big hug of gratitude, rolling out our lumbar spine, our lower back, feeling a little stronger than yesterday. So this is a great pose to do. Perhaps if you've been on a long car ride or in your computer space all day and maybe not being able to get out much, a great way to start your day, loosening your back. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Our breath is something we can connect to, getting a little control in times of joy, in times of stress, something to keep in our back pocket. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. All right, again, so this is Happy Baby, something you can go into today if you need a little break. We're gonna move on now to Happy Baby, grabbing those big toes, checking our flexibility, continuing to roll out our lower back. And we're going to be connecting with our breath, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. All right, ladies, let's gently rock or roll up. And we're going to come all the way up to a standing position. And we're going to be working on some balance this morning and our posture. Let's roll those shoulder blades back, opening up our chest, pulling our abs in nice and tight. Let's bring our arms out to a T position. And you can roll them back into gentle small circles like a tennis ball. And then reverse those circles. And let's bring our hands to our waist and just do some gentle neck rolls. Our necks are sometimes a place we hide our stress. And then reverse it. Let's bring our arms all the way up to the ceiling and bring that big ball of energy to heart center and take a deep breath in and exhale. Now let's separate our feet the width of our hips, and we're going to come all the way up again to the ceiling and come down one vertebrae at a time to a front, forward, roll. And let's just let our head hang gently. We're really about at our tailbone. And we're just going to do some small, gentle circles. Kind of the width of a tennis ball. And then reverse it. Another nice, gentle back stretch. And then we can bring our hands like into a clock pendulum. Let's come up one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to move on to what I call a sanctuary pose. So let's come down, hands up like goalposts in a soccer game. Abs in nice and tight. Feeling ever so strong, just holding this pose for a few seconds, working on our balance. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Maybe you can sink in a little deeper. Now let's come all the way up. And we're going to come all the way down to our mat on our knees into angry happy cat. Let's take a deep breath in and bringing our back gently all the way up to the ceiling into a C curve. And then while we exhale, bring our belly down the mat. Coming all the way up again. And exhaling, bring the belly back down. And coming all the way up again. And then letting it go. One more time, all the way up. And then exhaling. Let's come up in the downward dog, coming up on our toes, letting our head slowly rest between our arms and walking out that dog, bringing one foot up and down, stretching those hamstrings. And then we're going to bring our head forward, opening our chest into King Cobra. And let's come all the way up again. It's in downward dog, walking out those feet. I'm working on our flexibility today. And now you have a choice. You can come forward into a plank, or perhaps you want to add 5 or 10 push-ups. And we're going to come forward, bringing our knees to the mat. Forehead comes down the mat, walking those fingers out into child's pose. Lengthening our spine, taking a deep breath in, and letting it all go. Another deep breath in, and exhaling. We're going to come back to angry cat just for a few minutes. Coming back with our hands flat on the mat, fingers are separated, taking a deep breath in. Bringing that back into a C curve, stretching it to the ceiling, and as we exhale, bring our belly back down the mat. Let's bring our back all the way up again, and letting it all go. One more time. Coming back into downward dog, coming up on those toes and walking them out. All right, let's come down on our knees and we're going to do a gentle knee stretch. Let's bring our hands forward. And we're just going to slowly hinge back on those knees a few inches, feeling that gentle stretch. And then coming forward. So we're actually doing a little daydream that we have 2 ropes here. And we're hinging back, stretching out those knees, and then coming forward. So one more time. All right, last time, make it your best. All righty. We're going to move on to one of my favorites now called Mermaid. It's a great stretch of the obliques. So we are sitting down on our sides and we are going to hold our left ankle with our left hand. Right arm comes up by our ear, and let's just try to lengthen that arm, pulling out of our obliques, taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale into a rainbow stretch, gently pulling from our sides, feeling that nice gentle stretch. And of course, exhaling. Breathing into that stretch of the waist or obliques. Let's bring that arm all the way up again to the ceiling, to our ear, pulling a little bit deeper, enjoying that flexibility, taking another deep breath in, and coming in a rainbow. One more time, bringing that arm all the way up. Maybe you can grab just a little deeper. Bring that arm up to the ceiling, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. All right, girls, let's switch on to the opposite side. So we have right hand to right ankle, left arm up to that ear, doing a gentle pull from our waist, taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling in a rainbow. Bringing that arm all the way back up again, taking a deep breath in, and letting it all go. Bring the arm all the way back. Last time, make it your best, that gentle pull, and then exhale into the rainbow. So, we might have some girls in the class that did a little ballet when they were young, or maybe have a dream of being a rockette for a day in Manhattan. We're gonna do a little fun dance routine. So let's place our feet in the center on our toes, and we're gonna do this together. We're gonna bring our knees to the right, to the left, to the right again, and then shoot those legs out long, pulling your belly in nice and tight. Beautiful balance. Feet are pointed. And then meet me in the middle. And we're gonna bring our knees to the left, to the right, to the left again, and then pull them out long and strong. This is called can-can. It's a classical Pilates exercise. Let's do this one more time. Meeting center. And we're going to bring the knees to the right, to the left, to the right again, and then shoot them out long, holding those bellies in nice and tight. Low impact Pilates exercise against your own body weight. All right, meet me in the middle. One more time, knees to the left, to the right, to the left again, and then shoot them out long. And then meet me in the middle. Maybe time for a little sip of water. We're gonna move on to some bridging. So let's come all the way back down to our mat on our backs. And let's connect to the mat. Let's roll those shoulder blades back so our scapula, our shoulder blade is connected to the mat. Chest is nice and open. Arms are long and strong. Belly is engaged, glutes are engaged, feet are flat on the mat, and we're gonna slowly lift up lower back, middle back, upper back, holding those glutes in nice and tight, feeling ever so strong. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Do a pelvic tilt to the right, to the left, to to the right, to the left, coming center. Let's hold those glutes for a few seconds. Taking a deep breath in. And exhaling. Let's slowly bring that back all the way back down to the mat. Let's reconnect, rolling those shoulder blades back. Scapula is engaged to the mat. Belly's in nice and tight. And we're going to bring that back up again. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Let's shoot that right leg pointed to the ceiling. Point, flex, point, flex, point. The hips are still up. And let's do a little daydream that we're painting stripes on the wall. We're going to bring this leg down slowly with control to meet the opposite knee, and then bring it all the way back up again. Now let's add on some circles with that leg. A nice, slow, gentle circle, pausing up at the top. Now let's pause up at the top and reverse that circle. And happy Friday, by the way, ladies. Let's do 2 more. Now we're going to do little isometrics. Let's pretend that we have a 50-pound weight on this leg and slowly and gracefully bring it all the way back down. And let's lower that back all the way back down to the mat, rolling the shoulder blades back, reconnecting and bringing that back, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way to the ceiling, and then shooting up that left leg pointed to the ceiling, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And then we're going to work on those stripes again, bringing that left leg slowly with control down to meet our opposite knee, and then bringing it all the way back up. And our back should maintain that connection to our mat. All right, let's pause up at the top and move into those circles. And now we're going to reverse those circles. Pausing up the top, slowly bringing that leg all the way back down to the mat. Let's bring those knees to our chest, giving ourselves a nice big hug, doing something kind to our body today, getting a little stronger than yesterday. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's grab onto our toes, coming into happy baby. Perhaps starting to feel a little more flexible. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. We're going to come into happy, we're going to do some gentle inversions now. So let's Roll up on our hips, and we're going to do some scissors. And if you do your scissors a little forward, sometimes it can be a little more harder. Now we're going to come into bicycle. Let's reverse that bicycle. And if you want a little challenge, you can point your feet towards the ceiling using your core. And of course, you can always come in a baby back roll. And then we're going to slowly bring our feet over our head. And you can hold your feet if you can get that low, stretching out your lower back. And then let's slowly bring those feet all the way back up to the ceiling. And bringing them down and rolling all the way back. And let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let's reconnect to the mat, rolling those shoulder blades back. Abs are in, arms are long and strong. We're going to move on to our one leg circle. Let's shoot that right leg up to the ceiling pointed. Left hip, it will remain engaged to the mat. And we're just going to do a little circle around, pausing up the top. So your circle can be small. It can be maybe the size of a basketball. The goal is to keep that left hip engaged to the mat. Or you can also do a bigger circle. This is a nice, gentle hip opener. And then let's reverse that circle. And then let's slowly, with control, bring that leg all the way back down to the mat. And we're going to shoot up that leg, left leg pointed to the ceiling. And work on our left leg circles, pausing up at the top. Pause up at the top and reverse that circle. And then slowly bringing that leg all the way back down the mat. Let's bring those knees into our chest, taking a deep breath in. Thinking of a positive intention, perhaps kindness. Coming in a happy baby, grabbing those big toes, rolling out that back. So we're going to continue with our abs series now. Next exercise is called scissors. So let's bring that right leg pointed to the ceiling. Left leg is long, a few inches above your mat. And we're going to do a gentle stretch at our own ability. Knee to nose, holding it a little bit and then switching it. bring those knees back to our chest, being gentle to ourselves today. Alrighty, let's move on to our single leg pull. So we're going to, if your neck feels fine, you're going to bring your shoulder blades off the mat. Left leg can shoot forward. Right knee is going to come to our nose again in that direction. Pull, pull, switch it. Pull, pull. 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 Let's bring that neck all the way back down the mat and roll out our back again. Coming a happy baby. Taking a deep breath in. All right, ladies, we're gonna move on to double leg pull now. Great exercise you can do at home, and you can get back muscles from it. So knees come to chest, and we're gonna pull those shoulder blades off the mat, and we could do this together. We're gonna shoot the legs long and hands come to the ceiling, and then they wrap around your back, and then we're gonna bring the knees back in. So let's shoot those legs long, arms come to the ceiling, and then we're gonna wrap around and grab the knees back. Let's do 5 more. And then bring it all the way back down the mat, rolling out your back. All right, we're going to move on to an exercise called lower lift. The more gentle way to do this is to put your hands like a diamond, and we're going to put them under our seat. Just have to move my mat a little bit. All right, so let's come all the way back down to our back again, and hands come to the diamond. We put them under our seat is the more gentle way, and feet shoot up to the ceiling pointed, and we're going to do lower in 3 and lift in 1. So lower, 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 lift, lower, 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 lift. If you want to do something a little more challenging, you can also cradle your neck. Alrighty, lower, 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 lift, lower, 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 lift. Let's lower in 1 and lift in 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower in 1 and lift in 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower in 1 and lift in 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower in 1. Lift in 3, lower in 1, and lift in 3. Let's bring those knees to our chest, rolling out our back. Alrighty, so the last core exercise we're going to do right now is called crisscross. You probably did something like this in grade school, but this is a Pilates move, so it's probably a little bit similar and of course different. Let's cradle our neck, shoot that right leg pointed long, and I'm going to attempt to bring my left knee to my right armpit and then switch it. Let's bring it all the way back down to the mat. Grabbing those knees, giving yourself a nice big hug. I hope everyone's having some fun during the holiday season. Let's gently roll up. So we're going to do something called rolling like a ball. And I talk about the holidays because some of us are hosting and have family there, and perhaps we have some little ones visiting. Maybe under 10 children will be very impressed with this move because they'll want to do it with you, especially if you have any little ones like kindergarten age. Hands come together in prayer position, and then we open that book and we're going to grab our ankles, and I will demonstrate. I'm going to roll back onto my shoulder blades and then coming up. So when you come back up, if you care to make it a balanced move, try to come up with your feet together a few inches above the mat. This is a great one for loosening your back. Joseph Pilates used to say, we are as young as our spine. So let's try to do this one a few times by ourselves. All right, one more for good luck. All righty. So we're gonna do something now called spine stretch forward. We're gonna have a little daydream that we were at a beach shop and we got one of those nice big beach balls that the little ones like, and the really big beach balls. So we are sitting with our feet the width of our mat and toes are flexed toward us. And spine stretch forward, we are going to stretch forward over that beach ball. Nice, gentle two-way Pilates stretch, stretching that tailbone out the opposite side. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. And then we're gonna come all the way up, trying to sit taller, elongating that spine, pushing our hips into the mat. Let's take another deep breath in and coming forward over that beach ball. And then sitting up nice and tall, elongating that spine, perhaps growing a tiny bit taller today, having that beautiful Pilates posture. Let's try this again a few more times, taking a deep breath in and exhaling over that ball. And then coming up and growing taller. Okay, last time. And coming over that beach ball. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to a little challenge today, and remember you can always go to baby back roll. We are going to work on our teaser, which is the classical image you see if you Google Pilates, and we're going to try the easier ways. Come up on your sits bones and we're going to bring out our arms and our legs at the same time, and you might be a little shaky. It's very normal. If this is very easy for you, you can bring up your feet, or you can do some baby circles with your hands. Reverse it. The other way to do teaser, you can try this way and see which way you prefer, is to come all the way back down to your mat And let's connect with the mat, rolling your shoulder blades back. Engage your glutes because those are very big, strong muscles. And we're going to bring up our arms and our legs together into that same position. And then bringing it all the way back down. Alrighty. We're going to do a exercise now called pigeon, which is a hip opener. Any runners in the group will just love this. So we're going to bring our right knee forward and opposite leg is long. And you might think, oh my goodness, I love this stretch. So you can hold this. If you want a little bit more, stack your hands on top of each other and bring your forehead down to the mat. And we're just going to breathe into this, do some self-care. Slowly come out of this, and we're going to bring that opposite knee forward. Left knee comes forward, right leg comes long. And again, you can of course stay here and enjoy this great stretch. Or if you want a little bit more, stack your hands again and bring your forehead down. Breathing into the stretch. Slowly come out of that. And let's bring both knees together, big toes are together. And we're gonna come down into child's pose. Let's take a deep breath in. Bringing our forehead down to the mat. Walking out those fingers. Stretching out our lower back, our lower spine. Taking a deep breath in. And letting it all go. Another deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in. Alrighty, let's come into a sitting position with legs long. We're gonna bend our knees and feet are flat in the mat, and we're gonna do a half roll down. Let's bring our hands to our thighs, and we're gonna bring our back into a gentle C curve, just a few inches till we feel our abs engaged, and then come all the way up, trying to grow taller. So this is a nice gentle exercise. It is a precursor, of course, to one a little more challenging, so let's enjoy this one. Rolling that back, the lower back in the C curve, coming all the way up and sitting taller. Now we're going to shoot those legs long and the feet are flexed, and we're going to come down to a full roll up. So if you're at home and you want to grab some 1 pound weights, or perhaps if you have any Campbell soup cans, work great. I'm just going to pretend, which you can do that too. I'm just going to pretend I'm holding onto a rope, and I'm going to slowly hinge back one vertebrae at a time, all the way back into lying all the way down. Bring my hands over my head to a nice stretch, taking a deep breath in and exhaling as I come back one vertebrae at a time. Stretching forward, that nice gentle two-way Pilates stretch. Coming all the way up, sitting up nice and tall, elongating that spine, and then bringing that back into a C curve, coming back one vertebrae at a time. Bringing our hands over our head, taking a deep breath in, and then exhaling as we come all the way back up. Here we're going to do two more. Sit up nice and tall, elongating that spine, and then hinging back to that C curve. And all the way back up. And then coming, sitting up, growing a little bit taller, that beautiful Pilates posture, and then coming all the way back. Taking a deep breath in, and coming all the way back up. So I think there may be someone in the group thinking, perhaps tonight I may have a small glass of red wine with my meal, which is perfectly fine. A lot of medical oncologists actually encourage that because it helps with the appetite and calm. So we're going to do an exercise now called corkscrew. And we are going to come all the way back down on our mats and shooting our legs to the ceiling, pointed. And of course, our abs are engaged. We're going to do a little corkscrew with our feet pausing up the top. Just a little small circle. And of course, we're trying to keep that back connected to the mat. If this is really easy, you can do a bigger corkscrew, pausing up at the top. And let's bring those knees to our chest, rolling out our spine, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. We're going to move on now, ladies, to working on our legs. We did so much core work today. So I want you to come into what we call banana pose. So we are on our mat and our feet come forward. And of course, our bellies are in nice and tight. And that foot on top, we're going to have it pointed, and we're just going to do a forward and backs. Keeping the rest of our body glued to the mat. Now let's bring that foot forward to match the opposite foot. We're going to do our up and downs. Leg is pointed going up and flex going down. And then we're going to move into our circles. So we're going to do a nice circle, hip opener, pausing up at the top, gently bringing that foot down, brushing that opposite foot, and coming all the way back up. And this time, let's pause up at the top and reverse that circle. Feeling ever so strong. And of course, you can also do a small circle, maybe like a basketball size, if that feels more gentle. Alrighty, let's bring this working leg forward, and we're going to gently push up our knee maybe an inch, and then point that foot towards the opposite foot And we're working on our inner thigh now. And just bring that leg up and down. Abs are still engaged, of course. And then we're going to move on to some small circles with that leg, maybe the size of a tennis ball. And then we're going to reverse it. Alrighty, let's flip onto our opposite side. Again, we are still in that banana pose, so we are long on our mat. Feet are coming forward, and that foot is pointed, and we're doing our forward and backs. And then let's have those feet connect. Foot is still pointed. We're going to come all the way up, your up and downs, and then flex that foot coming back down. Now we're going to move on to our circles. So again, you can do like a basketball size circle, brushing that opposite foot. This is a gentle hip opener. Or you can do a large circle, pausing up at the top, bringing that foot down, brushing that opposite foot. Let's pause up at the top and reverse that circle. All right, let's bring that working leg forward, and we're going to press up that knee, maybe just an inch gently. Bring that foot turn to the opposite foot, and we're going to just do some up and downs with that leg pointed, working on our up and downs on that inner thigh. And then let's bring that into a gentle, small tennis ball circle. And then we're going to reverse that circle. And ladies, the good news is we're going to move on to meditation next. So you can get into a relaxation pose, lying down on your mat, or perhaps sitting up in crisscross applesauce, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in, and exhaling. Taking another deep breath in, and letting it all go. And I want you to visually think in your brain one of your happy places, or perhaps even a soothing color like lavender, creating some calm today. And remember, the calm that we created on our mats, we can certainly bring into our lives. Thinking of a positive intention this morning, and thinking about our mind being our most important resource. Meditation nourishes the mind in the same way that food nourishes the body. Brilliant things happen in calm minds. We can't always change what's happening around us, but we can change what happens within us. practicing some meditation this morning, being fully aware, fully awake, and fully alive. Let's be patient with our mind and be kind to ourselves along the way. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. Thank you, ladies, for coming to my Pilates Fusion class today. I hope you enjoyed some calm and feel a little bit stronger than yesterday and have nice, happy backs today. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.